Hello everybody, this is Mike Gilbert, Vice President of Marketing for 5Links, and this is our special Turvi demonstration webinar. We're excited to be joining you today. I'm here with Beth Salamone, our Product Marketing Manager, who is managing our Turvi project. She's been working on this for months and months to bring this to fruition, and we're excited to say that we're getting very close to the starting line, and we thought that this video today would help get you all even more excited so that you can see under the hood. We're actually giving you an inside look at what Turvi is going to look like, what kind of content you'll be able to see, and what kind of equipment you might need, and just kind of answer a lot of the questions that we've been receiving from all of you over the last several weeks. So before I kind of hand it over to Beth to give you a little bit of a dry run here, I just want to make sure everyone on this video and on this call understands that there is a place you can go right now to actually make sure that you get all of the updates that are happening as they happen about Turvi. And the simple way to do that is just simply to go to www.turvi.tv. That's TURVI.tv. So you don't put .com, you put turvi.tv. And what that's going to do right now is it's going to actually automatically forward you to our Turvi Facebook page. When you go to the Turvi Facebook page, just like it, and that'll make sure that you're following the page, and you're going to be able to get all the updates as they become available. We're posting something to the Facebook page for Turvi virtually every day now, and you will be on the inside track to find out what's going on. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Miss Beth Salamone, and she is going to actually, Beth, you're going to give us a walkthrough, right? You're going to show us what it looks like once they're going to actually have the service, right, Beth?
Yes. What I'm going to give you guys is a simple little snippet of a virtual tour of how Turvi is going to interact for you as a customer. And trust me, you guys are going to want in on this when it goes and hits the ground running. So you want to be part of this when it goes live. So really quick, this is a very quick, simple view of what the user interface is going to look like when you first log in. You are going to click on the channel that you want to view, and it's going to pull up a window, and it's going to show you live content for a channel. And as you're hearing, possibly, you're hearing the actual channel of them talking. So this is live television right now as we are here.
Wow.
So that's really neat, isn't it?
I mean, honestly, Beth, this is the first time that I've seen this, believe it or not. Vice President of Marketing, and I have not seen this, and this is amazing to see that you just click that button, and I'm literally watching USA Television as it's happening right now.
So, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, granted, it's a little loud, so we're going to lower the volume a little bit because we don't want this to overtake us. But I can go back if I want. I can actually go back and look to see what was happening on, let's say, Tuesday, the 8th of December. And we can see, say, around later in the day, this is 7 p.m. To 8 o'clock. This is an episode of very popular TV show. Can't really say because we're not supposed to be talking about the channel lineups and things like that. But this is a television show that was shown at 7 o'clock Tuesday, the 8th of December. How cool is that? I mean, I'm going back in time, and I didn't have to DVR this show. That's neat.
Wow, so no longer, we don't have to remember now to DVR what we might be missing or pick the right time frame to get the show. No. We can just go back in time. How far back in time can we go?
Obviously right now we don't have it set up in the cloud fully yet because we're still in beta testing. We're not up to, live launch yet. But once we are live launch, it'll be 90 days.
Wow.
That's huge.
And that's for that's for sporting events as well.
That is for sporting events as well. So how many people would love to go back and maybe catch that football game that they missed that was on 2 weeks ago because somebody told you that there was a great play that you had to see?
Wow.
I mean, you don't always see it on SportsCenter, but you want to see it maybe a couple weeks later sometimes. So, but that's, there's just one channel you can go to, but you can also go to your local channels. I mean, those are some premium channels or some other channels that you'd see on cable television or satellite television. But say you want to see those channels on local. You would click on the local button, and it's going to pull up. And I apologize right now, we're not getting the greatest connection because our Wi-Fi, there's lots of people here in the office working, so our internet connection, unfortunately, is a little bit slower than usual.
Let's just put you on the network.
That would help.
That was my fault. Let's see if we can get ourselves some local. So while that's coming up, Beth, one question that we get a lot already is what kind of equipment is necessary to be able to access Turvi?
To access Turvi, you just need to have a smart television, or you need to have what is known as an Amazon Fire Stick or a Roku box. Those are going to be your best devices if you want to view the service via television. The Amazon Fire Stick and Roku box are what you're going to use, either be it on a dumb television or an old tube TV. And the smart TV, you won't need any of those devices because that's already going to be interactive for it. You can also use a tablet, a smartphone, that could be iOS or Android based. What you are not going to be able to use, though, just so you know, it is not going to work well on gaming systems. It's also not going to work well on things like an Apple television. Apple television is not going to be compatible with our service.
So bottom line, Beth, if someone has a smart TV or is planning on getting a smart TV for Christmas, they will not need any additional equipment. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now I noticed when you were, okay, here's the local channels.
Yeah, so here's a local channel. It's not here for our home office because obviously the product is not coming out of Rochester, New York yet. But this is a local channel in Atlanta. This is their local ABC channel.
So this is something that most satellite services don't offer, at least without a significant additional fee.
Correct.
And I noticed also that when I was scrolling down a second ago, you had HD movies. So one thing I've been personally wondering is, I'm paying $12.95 a month for Netflix. Many people are also paying for Amazon Prime, or they're paying for Hulu. Do we expect that we're going to be able to see as many movies or most of the same movies that we'd be able in TV shows on demand that we'd be able to see through those services?
Yes, you're going to be able to see almost all of those. So really, there is going to, I mean, some people still like to have the Netflix and the Hulu and all of those, and that's personal preference. But it won't be as mandatory to have, really, for those people if they don't want it. It's a personal choice, but really, if you don't want to keep those services, you don't have to.
Wow, that is amazing, because really, what you're saying is that I can replace not only my cable expense, including getting local channels, but I could potentially also replace my Netflix type of expenses as well that are adding into the fold. Now, I guess the third piece of that is another potential huge savings is, what about the premium channels?
Premium channels, anything that you can, sorry, anything that you right now are paying that high premium for on satellite or cable, yes, they're all available. Granted, I'm not allowed to mention the cable lineup on this call today, but they're all available to you.
And I see that we have some music options as well. How does that work?
I'm not really 100% sure because I've only had full run of the demo site for about 24 hours. But from what I know, we do have some music channels that you would have through the same, just like on your cable channels.
And we're, of course, watching this on a laptop right now, but this is something that we're going to be able to watch on a tablet or even on our phone, right?
Correct. So think about it. You're going to the international event and you want to watch your favorite TV show, and maybe your hotel room doesn't have that channel available in the hotel room. Watch it on your phone or your tablet, your local channels back home, so that you aren't missing any of those shows that you like to watch.
Wow,
while traveling.
Yeah, this is really going to be groundbreaking. And if I have a household with, most of us now have households where the kids have devices, they're upstairs watching something, can we have simultaneous users of the service throughout the house and even outside the house at any given time?
Up to 5 devices can be used at one time on this service at once. So if you are watching on your main TV in the living room, and one of the kids is watching maybe in their bedroom on a television, another one's watching on their tablet, your wife is watching in her room, or maybe even sitting out on the patio. You can do things like that. And then maybe one of the other kids is watching on their phone.
Wow.
Those are all great things you guys can do.
And if I've got one of these newfangled high-definition televisions, the content is coming through in HD just like it would through the satellite or the cable companies?
Yes. All of that.
That is really exciting stuff. I mean, I think it's great that I wasn't able to see this until we did this video, because actually I think my excitement is probably what everyone on this watching this right now is probably feeling. We've all been waiting to see this. We've been hearing so much about it, and as we all know, sometimes things don't live up to the hype.
Exactly.
But I think what we're seeing here is that this service is going to live up to the hype, and it's going to give us such an advantage in the marketplace. I can't imagine this not being of interest to almost every household around. What's the as far as the programming, the number of programming options? With my cable service, I have sometimes literally hundreds of channels. Are we still looking at hundreds of channels here? Are we talking about thousands of channels? Are we talking about other countries' programming? How does...
Here in the U.S., we're looking at about 170, I believe it's 150 to 175 channels on our basic plan. And then we're looking at about 250 channels roughly on our premium plan. That's huge when you think about it, for the price that we're going to be charging, and we're looking at charging. Which, granted, we don't have it fixed set in stone yet, but for what we're considering and looking at, that's dramatic.
And I've heard that there's actually some content from other countries, so that if I'm in the U.S. and I'm native to another country, I can see some of the original programming coming out of my native country.
Yes, and that might be something that could be an upgrade, so there might be a small minimal fee to get maybe something from the Philippines, or get something from even some other European countries if you'd like. But yes, this is definitely something we are looking to branch to the Philippines, to Mexico, to Haiti, to all international countries. We're not looking at this just as a U.S. product. This is something that we are going to be selling nationwide, or internationally, I should say.
Well, Beth, I'm sold. I can't wait to get this into my home and cut the cord, so to speak, with my cable company, and even with Netflix. So I'm going to ask you the question that everyone is asking. When is this going to launch?
I would love to tell you it's going to be launched tomorrow, but we have to wait just a little bit longer. When I say a little bit, I'm not saying months. I'm saying give us, hopefully at the event we'll have great news for you. We want to make sure that we are launching this with premium quality content, and the fact that we aren't having any glitches or anything like that. We are going to be running a few test accounts coming up with some of our PSVPs, and they're going to make sure that all the glitches are found, and hopefully this will be out and running for everybody come the event, if not right after.
All right, well, you all heard it here first. We are hopeful that this might be available at the Orlando event in January. Don't hold us to it, but I got to tell you, there are people here working feverishly to make that happen, and I can't wait. I'm sure all of you can't wait. In the meantime, I'll repeat what I said in the beginning. Please be sure to go to turvi.tv. Like the Facebook page. You're welcome to invite any prospects that maybe they're not representatives yet, but you've been talking about Turvi. Feel free to send them to turvi.tv as well. They can like the page, and they'll be also the first ones to know whenever new developments happen with this exciting launch here at 5 Links. So with that, we want to both wish you, we want to both say thank you for being on this today, and wish you the best of luck. We will catch up with you all real soon. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.